Hi there, so in me unboxing some light panels. So this particular pack is from Nanoleaf. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So I've been after these lights for a while now, thought I'd finally take the plunge and get them for my console gaming setup. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. So visualize your music, full spectrum lighting, animated lighting, voice control, works with Apple HomeKit, 15 panels and rhythm. Coming around this way, you can see it works with IFTTT, Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. Coming around this side, you've got the package content, energy rating is A, and it's available on both the Apple and Android devices. Coming around the back, you can see some example setups and the app running on a device. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. You get a setup guide, multi-language, highlighting that you should go to their online URL to set this up. You got an Apple HomeKit ID underneath this. Details in this are very brief, so it's best to go to the URL or look at this video. Got a piece of paper with certification information. You've got a controller here for controlling the lights. So on there's two buttons, one's on off and another one's toggle. You've got a connection point there to connect to the panels. Build of this is all matte white, all plasticky finish on there. Reasonable build. Cable length is 1.8 meters on there with a DC connection point. Next we've got a rhythm module, and this is what's used to pick up the music and sound around and obviously work with the lights. You can see there's a button here and connection point there. Got a power adapter, output is 24 volts, 2.71 amps. Build quality of this feels good. Cable quality is nice as well, and the length of the cable is 135 centimeters with the DC connection point to connect it into the controller. You get two power cables, one for the UK, one for the EU. Length of each of these is around 85 centimeters. Build quality is good, and the UK one obviously comes with a fuse on there. Next we have some stickers, then we have some 3M sticky pads and some tags on the end of those, and then the tag is just to pull off while it's in position. Next we have a number of connectors, and these can be just snapped out and put into position on the panels. Looking at the panels, the pack comes with 15, so one box had 9 and the other one had 6 in there. Looking at the sides of there, you see a slight cut off on each corner, and the length between there to there is 23.4 centimeters. Build of this feels good, nice rigid design to it, and a matte white underneath, and you can see the connection points for those bits there and there and there as well. So they all plug into this. So one thing they recommend before you place these or install these, lay them all out on a table and test that they all work. Let's get this connected up to test it out. So power plug here plugs into the adapter there, and DC connection point plugs in there, which is on the controller. This can then be plugged in at the side, so I've got a power strip at the side here. I'll plug it in, but I won't turn it on. And in terms of getting this set up, you can see these connectors, literally a case of bending it and it just unclips, and you can see there's connectors on both sides, so it doesn't matter which way you put them in, which is good, so you don't get confused in any way. And it's a simple case of, if I show it here, you can see the connectors there, just slots in, just clips into place, simple as that. So we can randomly just connect all these up. So just to note, each panel has a bit of paper just protecting the panel between. So let's connect them up now slowly. Okay, so the panels are all connected now. One mistake I was doing when I was doing this is connecting one to one and then another one to the next one, but then I was also doing a connection over here to another panel, so that's not required. If you try doing that, you're going to run out of clips, so you just do one connection to each panel and that's it. You shouldn't be doing multiple connections in there. Next, let's plug in the rhythm module here and then the controller just over here. Power it on, let's see if it all works. There you go. All the panels are working, which is good to see. Let's make a start at setting this up. So I'm at my Android phone. If I go to the Play Store and we search for Nanoleaf, that's the app we're after. Let me click install, let's give it a moment. Now it's installed, let's click open. Saying personalize your lighting experience, learn more, I have a set, try it out. So let's say I have a set. So now we need to create an account. So let me create an account and let me enter in my details off camera. I've created an account, signed in, and this is what I'm initially presented with. Select your product. So we've got the light panels. Click Get Started. Allow Nanoleaf to access device's location. Searching for Nanoleaf device. If I turn it on now, just give it a moment. Okay, so it took a while and it's saying searching for Nanoleaf and it looks like it's found the panels. So if I click here, need to pick the Wi-Fi network to join to. I'll go for my test one there. Let me enter in my Wi-Fi password off camera. I've entered in my Wi-Fi password. Let me now click Next. Device to use with Nanoleaf. It's got the ID there. Let's click Connect. Connection successful. Click Connect. Okay, so now I need to enter in a pairing code printed on the bottom or the back of the Nanoleaf device. It looks like the following it says. So just to note, the code's also available on the booklet here, just underneath my thumb there. Name your device. What do you want to call your Nanoleaf device? I'm happy just to call it Nanoleaf for now. Configure your device, match the orientation on the screen with your installation. This enables the following feature: proper scene direction. Click Done to that. Setup complete. Your Nanoleaf device is now paired and ready to go. Done to that. Assign your device. Grouping devices under home and rooms lets you control multiple devices together. Click Continue to that. Primary home, it's just called home by default. Let's click next to that. Add a room. I'll call this studio. Click next to that. Not sure where to start? Check out tutorials, announcements and inspiration for your new Nanoleaf product in the Explore tab. It's just over here, it's showing. And there you go. This is what we're initially presented with. Okay, so the light panels are now set up and this is the interface you're presented with. Takes a few seconds for it to connect to your Wi-Fi. Just keep that in mind, so just be patient until it does connect. Now, once it's connected, you can see here an image of the actual light panels here. And then coming over there, you can see a fill icon, and this is basic scene creator. So you can create your own scene here, pick your colors, whites, and advance, and then you hit save. Coming back from there, then you've got an edit option, and this is a scene creator. So this is where you can do the different options. So the loop, speed, delay, fade, random, download more motions. Coming down below, then you've got brightness levels. You can adjust that as well. And then obviously play around with the color palette. Hit save when you're done. Coming back, then you've got an off for the light panels. Turn them back on again. And change the brightness levels. So it can take it right down where it looks off, take it higher, put it back to the maximum. Let's take it down slightly lower. Now coming below, then you've got scenes. So coming here, this is your favorites. Then you've got the whites, so warm white, reading light and daylight. Then you've got color palette here, and these are the predefined scenes. Then you've got the music sync options, and then here, all scenes, color scenes, and rhythm scenes here. Coming to here, you can see burst color. So these are the predefined ones, and it appears just at the top there. You can see color burst. If I click here, then you've got flames, forest. Effects are really nice on this. I think color representation is really good as well. And then let's go for Nemo, Northern Lights, Romantic, and Snowfall. Okay, looking at the side, you do have Discover More Scenes, and these are downloadable. You can see there, a number of them available. Just keep going. Let me go to the app and go to Layout Assistant, and this is a really interesting option here. So you can try out different layouts and just have a play about at moving elements around and see how they fit in. That's probably going to be the design I'm going to go with. I've tried a few ideas out and I think I quite like that one. Now looking at the bottom, you can see ready for AR. So if I click on that, select wall detection mode. Which type of wall are you planning to mount your layout on? Textured wall or ceiling or empty wall? Let's go for empty wall. Move your camera until the floor is detected and tap to place a reference wall. Okay, so if I now click next, I could say that's the floor. Okay, and reference wall can be there. How cool is that? If I turn my phone around now, you can see what it's going to look like. So at least you can get an idea of what it's going to look like before you stick it on. So at least it gives you some ideas of what it will be and no shock surprises when you put it up. So nice bit of functionality there. Just got to play around with it to get it positioning right. And you can see if I move my phone, the panels actually stay in the same place. So excellent functionality from the app here. Next, let me show how the Nanoleaf works in conjunction with the Google Home product and the Amazon products here, and just to show the fact it can work with voice control as well. So let me first show on the Google Home. So if I go to the Home app here, click in the corner, set up device, works with Google, click there, and then you just search for Nanoleaf, and this is the service you want. Enter in the credentials for your account, and then it will link in with that service. And now coming back, if I scroll down, you can see it there, Nanoleaf. If I click on that, turns it off, turn it on, click on there, you can change the brightness, all standard functionality, and color wise, it will go for the same color on all the panels. So it won't go through the scenes. So there you go, works very well, and nice to see that integration in place. Let's turn the brightness down slightly, take it back up again. And then obviously you can rename it as default from here. Now, if I unmute my Google,
the microphone is back on.
I can say, turn off Nanoleaf.
Sure, turning Nanoleaf off.
Turn on Nanoleaf.
Sure, turning Nanoleaf on.
Change Nanoleaf color to red.
Okay, changing Nanoleaf to red.
Change Nanoleaf brightness to 10%.
Sure, setting Nanoleaf brightness to 10%.
There you go, you get the idea. Works simple as that. It's great to have the voice control on there as well. It's an excellent bit of functionality. Next, let me show the same functionality on the Amazon device. So coming in here, Amazon, and clicking there, skills and games, just search for Nanoleaf. That's the skill we're after. Just enable it. Same thing again. Enter in your credentials and that skill will be enabled. If I now go to devices, go to lights, we scroll down, you can see Nanoleaf there. So a shortcut, turn it off, turn it on. Now if I go in there, you can obviously control it from here as standard. Change the brightness, change the color. All default functionality. Now if I unmute my device, I can say change Nanoleaf color to green.
Okay.
Turn off Nanoleaf.
Okay.
Turn on Nanoleaf.
Okay.
Change Nanoleaf brightness to 20%.
Okay.
There you go, simple as that, works seamlessly and nice to get integrated with the Amazon device as well. In terms of installing this, I've had a look at a few designs and this is the one I've settled for. You can see, pretty cool. And I'm going to install it just above my console gaming setup, so just above the TV going along here. What I'll initially do is get the measurement from the center of the TV and work sideways from there. So let me get my spirit level and mark the area first of all. Okay, so I've got the first strip on, as you can see. Bit of a hassle, I have to admit. I've had to measure from the bottom, measure from the side, just to get it center on the actual TV. And in terms of getting it in line, I marked some lines either side and had a big spirit level going across there. Held that in place. Didn't do it myself. I had someone giving me a hand on there. Got the first row in there, so that's good. So that's all stable. Now, a couple of things I wanted to show. Now, in terms of sticky pads, so you stick the pad on and you've got a bit on the wall that gets stuck on. Now, this area here has a tag. I found it's easier just to cut the tag off. So peel the sticker off, and then if I get some scissors, peel it back just a little bit and just cut it off. Just easier than pulling it off. I think they're indicating in the instructions you just yank on it and it comes off. I don't really think that's a good idea to do. I think it just ruins the stickiness on there, and I found it pulls a little bit on there, so safer to do it this way. Now just to show putting it in place, make sure the tag goes in, that's the key thing. If that doesn't go in, it's not going to work. And it's just as simple as that, pushing it on and it's stuck in position. So there you go, setup is complete now. You can see the Nanoleaf in action, and as a little addition, what I've done, my 100k subscriber plaque over here, I've got a Govee TV light, so just a shorter version there. Thing about it is it works over USB, which I love, and the fact I can control it off my phone to change the colors as well. So I thought it would be a good addition to add in conjunction with the Nanoleaf at the top as well. Next, just to show the Nanoleaf in action with the music sync option on there, so they call it the rhythm. And if I start some music off, pretty cool. Works quite well as well. If I pause it for a moment and go quiet. There you go. Just picks up any sort of ambient noise going on around. And just to note, it was flashing a little bit only because there's noise going on outside. It's an excellent bit of functionality here with these panels. So just to briefly show some of the effects on there. So you've got color burst running at the moment. I'll take up the color brightness to the maximum, and it doesn't represent too good, so what I'll do, I'll take it down, but the actual colors I'm seeing at the moment look absolutely stunning. I think the camera just can't do it justice, but let me put it to a point where it's reasonably good. And now let me run through the default scenes. So that's with the rhythm sync on there. If I now click back on there, flames, forest, inner peace, Nemo, then we've got Northern Lights, Romantic, and then finally Snowfall. So these are the default scenes you have in there. So as you've seen, pretty easy to set up and configure. I guess the only time-consuming thing would be installing it on a wall and getting the positioning and the sizings correct. Obviously, I had to play around with different designs to see what best suited my setup, and I thought this one is probably the best suit, really. I was thinking of maybe attempting to put it on the corner going across two walls, but I think this is the happier alternative here. Now, to get it going across two walls, these connectors aren't suitable. Nanoleaf actually sell some separate connectors to enable you to do that. So the connectors actually have some flex in there so you can bend it around the corner. Bit annoying really, considering the fact that the amount you pay for this, they don't just throw in some extra connectors which are flexible. So that's one negative point. Another one being it only works off 2.4G Wi-Fi. So my Orbi hub has dual Wi-Fi on there, so both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz on there. Now, what I was finding with that is it just wouldn't connect properly. So what I've had to do on the Orbi is disable 5 gigahertz. So I thought it's probably a best idea to do because a lot of the smart tech I've got all works off 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and if it's flipping between the two signals, it will struggle with that. So there you go. I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing Nanoleaf light panels. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.